would rape me. That was my first experience with sex. We waited until I was 18, and then he would do it in my sleep. And then, I would call him out on it, and he would just tell me that this is what a relationship is. You were supposed to have sex, and this was normal, and that's just what he liked. I guess, unconscious girls. It was super dehumanizing, but yeah, I don't know. I would wake up in the morning and he would be staring over me sometimes, and he would try to tell me that I was doing something sexual in my sleep to myself. That's why he did it to me, like touching myself or something, and I definitely wasn't. He would know, so I would know. So he would try to justify it, which made me feel crazy for calling rape on my boyfriend, so I never said anything. And as we kept going, it just got worse. I think it was like about almost 3 years, just shy of 3 years.
And by the point you're describing now, what was your mindset?
I was.
Were you still in love and just like, you know?
I don't know. I think I was in love. No. No. I don't know. I don't know if it even was love, to be honest, because I've been in love since and it didn't feel like that, and it wasn't like that at all. I don't know if it was just a comfort thing. Someone was there. It was
your first relationship. And
yeah, I was comfortable with him. He moved in. I think I just felt comfortable, and I got too comfortable, and I allowed it, all of it. I later on found out that his name wasn't really Jesse. His name was Jesus. His last name is Hall. His last name in real life is not Hall. So he lied to me about his name. I found out through his birth mom. Once I confronted him about that, we went to go meet his birth mom. And she is a meth addict. She's on the streets in West Covina.
That better be a dog.
Sweet woman, but slave to meth. I don't know if like schizophrenia runs in their family. I don't know if it's a genetic thing or if it's hereditary. I don't know how it all works. But she used to have delusions and think that she was some spiritual being and see things and hear things. I don't know if that was the meth or if that was schizophrenia or if that was both. But it definitely was there for both of them. They both believe the same things. So we used to stay with her sometimes and like hang out with her for the day. Really awkward, really weird. She just constantly asked for money. Couldn't find a stable job, couldn't find a stable home, in and out of rooms. Yeah, it was a weird realization that he lied to me about his life, basically. But again, I justified it because I thought, who would want to tell their girlfriend that their mom is a meth addict?
So what happened with this relationship?
So my mom and I had moved from Marietta to Menifee. We moved into a smaller home and Jesse came with us. So we had moved, everything was going, wasn't going okay, but it was going about the same. Nothing had changed drastically, good or bad. He had given me a promise ring the Christmas before we had moved, whatever. And he was so sad that we were gonna get married in like the following year. It was super strange, it was really fast. He had never mentioned any interest in marriage until that moment. So I had gotten my first job at that point. I was 18, my first job. I was working at Topic, and it was a seasonal job, it was at Christmas time. Or Thanksgiving time. And he used to follow me to work. Like, I had a car, he didn't have a car, so he would force me to drive us both to my job, and he would wait around and make sure that I wasn't talking to anybody, make sure that I wasn't interacting with any of my male coworkers. If I didn't go with him to work, I would come home and he would tell me that I smelled like I guess the musk that you have when you have sex, told me that that's what I smelled like all the time, no matter what. So he just assumed that I was just a whore, having sex with everybody that I met, my coworkers, customers, whoever. So I got tired of it. He started coming with me to work. I had met my best friend at the time. His name was Mason. And this kid Jesse had isolated me from everybody, so I had like no friends. So going to work was my one getaway to talk to other people besides him and my mom. So I met this kid named Mason, and we were inseparable. We were best friends. We liked the same music, we liked the same things. His humor was contagious. It was an awesome relationship. Great kid, he's still a great kid. And we met, hung out all the time, and then Jesse started having an extreme having someone like Mason who was so healthy and understanding. He was an outsider. He wasn't in my relationship, so he could kind of see what was wrong and tell me, like, hey, this isn't normal. My mom wasn't telling me that. So, you know, Mason would tell me, like, this isn't normal. I would tell him when Jesse would hit me, when Jesse would assault me, when he would berate me. I would send him screenshots of our messages so he would see the way Jesse would talk to me. And he was like, hey, this isn't normal. So one day, Mason and I went after work to go get coffee with like a Starbucks. And we were sitting across from each other at the table outside, and Jesse texted me and he said, I know what you're doing. What am I doing? And I told him, I sent him a picture of Mason over here and our drinks, whatever. And he was like, I know you're fucking Mason in his car. I know you're sucking his dick, blah, 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 etc., getting graphic. And I told him, that's not what I'm doing. I don't know what you're thinking. Like, it's really not what I'm doing. I'm not interested in him like that. We're just friends. And then he told me, he was like, I can see you. And I told him, well, how do you see me? You left the car, how did you get here? My car is here, Mason's car is here. I don't know how you think you can see me. And he told me that he stole my mom's car. He said that he had stolen my mom's keys, stolen my mom's car, and he's around the corner and he can see us. And I told him that I'm gonna call the police, that I know he didn't steal my mom's car. I had called my mom, her car was still home. He was still home, so that was sort of the breaking point. I knew at that point, like, it was like a switch. I looked at Mason and I knew that this is like how I had to leave. And I had to create like a plan to leave, which is dumb because he lived with me, but I had to create a plan to leave without him knowing, because God knows if he knew that I was planning to leave, he would have done something. So I got Mason familiar with my family. My family loved him. My mom and my dad loved him. So he became an integral part of the escaping. I would text Jesse and tell him I'm going to a friend's house. I would go to Mason's house and I would bring some stuff with me and I would kind of stay. And I would have fights with Jesse and kind of detach and tell him, like, we're done, I'm over it. But I couldn't do it in person because he would have probably killed me. So I kind of have to do it away from him and everyone else. But he couldn't know where I was at because I didn't want to put Mason and his family in danger. So at one point I was with Mason in my car and Jesse had called me and he was going on some delusion about me being the reason the world was gonna end and he's the devil and this is why nothing in his life works out. Whatever, the voices were talking to him. I had contacted his mom, his real mom, his birth mom, and then I had contacted the mom that he was staying with. Told them what was happening, sent them screenshots, they didn't care. His birth mom was feeding into the delusions. So at that point, I sucked it up. I went home and the next day I went on his PlayStation and I found out that he was cheating again, and that was it. I grabbed his PlayStation and I went to my backyard and I smashed it on the ground and I took all his shit and I put it in trash bags and I put it all on my driveway. And I called his friend Carla to come pick him up, and she did. I had already smashed his phone prior to this, so he didn't really have much. He had a laptop, and that's how he would communicate with me through Facebook.
Were you afraid?
I was very afraid. Yeah, I was afraid. I was more afraid for my mom because she didn't deal with that. I got crazy from her home. About a month or two later, about 2 months later, when everything was said and done, Jesse had left. I hadn't had contact with him in that amount of time. I had changed my number. Done everything I could to get away from him. Mason and I kind of started talking, like very casual dating, whatever. Jesse had found out. I don't know how. I think through social media. I think he found Mason's Instagram and saw that Mason had posted a picture of us. So at that point, Jesse had contacted me again through social media, through a burner account that he had made, saying that he needed to come pick something up from my house that he had left when I threw him out. So he had come. He came to my mom's house, picked me up, or not picked me up. He came to my mom's house, knocked on the door. I opened the door and he was in a white button-down shirt and slacks. It looked like he was gonna go to a wedding. I think that was what he needed. I think he needed a suit. He was in white button-down slacks, nice shoes, and his sleeves were rolled up to his elbows. And he was bleeding he had cut himself from like here to here, just straight down, planning and it all, and cut himself. And he was bleeding at the door. And I knew he just wanted sympathy. So I had zero sympathy left for him. I didn't give a shit. So inside, I grabbed the suit that he needed and I brought it back out to him and shut the door in his face, and that was it. Later, I had heard from him again, just kind of threatening me from different accounts. He would make different Instagram accounts and try and find me, threaten me. At a really young age. Yeah, I don't think I would have if I had stayed even a month longer. He was getting really erratic. He was getting more frequent.
Where is he today, or what happened after that?
I don't know. Last I know, he moved to Nevada with his friends. I had messaged his dad, who it's not his birth dad, but I think it's his uncle who raised him. I messaged him on Facebook and I had told him maybe in July, this past July, I had messaged him and told him everything that had happened and said, hey, like, I'm getting help, but I want you to know that like Jesse did these things. I don't know if he has a girlfriend right now, but I feel like he should not have a girlfriend. And his dad just kind of said, oh, okay, and then ignored it. So I think Jesse is in Nevada. He is excused for all he does. Nobody holds him accountable. So, yeah.
What lessons have you learned from this?
To not trust anybody. For a long time, I just didn't want to trust anybody, even now. It's hard. I have learned once there's one red flag to dip, because after the 5th red banner, it's overwhelming.
There shouldn't be any red flags.
Yeah, no, especially not like that.
Make excuses for this one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had a friend at the time too. I was 17 and she was 15. Her name was Fable, and we used to hang out like every few days, every weekend. And I introduced her to Jesse, and Jesse said that he really liked her. Like, romantically liked her. Should have been another red flag if she was 15. I would go back to high school and put myself through that to just not.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
To ignore him, delete him, block him, just never see him again. That'd be great.
Are you behaving? Are you avoiding those kind of red flags in other relationships?
I think so. I think I'm doing a better job at regulating the red flag basis. For the few years between that relationship and the one I'm in now, I was a mess. I was everywhere. I definitely was looking for red flags. Something, even now in the relationship I'm in, it's very normal and calm, and something I look for is chaos because I was so used to that and it felt normal. So dial it back now, and I'm 22.
22.
Yeah. Yeah, really hard lesson. Really painful, long-lasting lesson.
Yeah, first relationship.
There's a hopeless romantic one in the first relationship. Quite good. Me too.
You're supposed to change with times. Niggas don't change with time. They still trying to pimp and go reel a pimp, snap, make a bitch do what. No, you can't make a bitch do what she don't want to do. If she want to do it, you help her do it. You know what I'm saying? You give her a reason to do it. Because what you call pimping, I don't call pimping. I call that shit networking. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't fuck with bitches on the street. Every bitch that I don't fuck with, either school teachers, lawyers, health providers, attorneys, and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm still human. If I see a bitch on the street that I think that has some promising possibilities, she could be dirty as shit. She could be the dirtiest of dirties. They don't got a phone, don't got no place to wash her ass, don't have a fucking shower, don't have nothing. She living out of a tent or she's sleeping on fucking concrete. But if she look good enough to me, or interesting to me enough, yo, mom, you got a phone number? No, I don't. All right, cool, here's my phone number. How can I call you because I don't got a phone? All right, tell you what then. I will give you enough money. Either you come with me now, or let me know where you're gonna be at in a couple of minutes, and I'll send an Uber for you. Now I take you to a goddamn hotel, clean you the fuck up. Now, you was a no happening homeless ass bitch 5 minutes ago, but now we about to turn your no happiness ass, homeless ass into a fucking queen. It don't take much. Why? Because you got this. It's not even about having the sex. Fuck having sex. When it comes to me, that physical shit, that comes and goes. Mentally, you fuck a bitch mentally, you don't have to have sex with her. If she wants you, I'm gonna tell you like an example. My fiance right now waited 8 years to fuck me. Wanted to fuck me from the day when I met her, way back in the 90s, when I was still in the military. I I got fucked up one night. I was married at the time. Got into it with my mother, my wife, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go out hanging with my boys, whatever. I'm getting fucked up, drinking, what the fuck up, whatever. And I end up at her house. And I'm just going to her house. I'm gonna sleep it off, wake up the next morning, and go home. Did it happen like that? No. She woke the fuck up, came to me, everything all right? Yeah, I'm good. And went up, fuck it. We did, you know, 8 years to fuck. I'm like, what? I know we had the vibe, we was vibing already. Because anything I was doing with different bitches, because me and my wife wasn't vibing at the time and everything was so fucked up. Every time, she was the one I was calling. Yo, can you come pick me up? I'm in New York. I'm on 105th. I'm on State Street. Or I'm on Main Street. I'm on Coffee Street. What the fuck ever. She's right there, picking me the fuck up. Never came on to me, and I never came on to her. But this one fucking night, I was so fucked up. Wintertime, New York, and went to her house. She had her boys there, the twins. They were young at the time. They was in their room, fuck ever. I was on the couch, fuck ever. She came over, what are you good? You hungry? Whatever. I said, nah, I'm good, whatever. Woke me the fuck up. And we started talking. The next thing you know, it's like, it led to other shit. He's like, that nigga, I waited 8 years to do this, to be here with you right now. Right now, to this day, she's my fiancé. And the thing about her is, nigga, do what you do. I know you, you know me. Long as if that's what you still wanna do, but I think we done grew enough together that you don't need another bitch. Because I'm that main bitch that you need anyway. I'm about anything you wanna do. You wanna have anal sex, cool. Straight sex, cool. You wanna do a girlfriend, cool. Long as I agree with her, cool. So, I'm like, I got it made, dude. I can't complain. I can't complain with that shit. Because she know me and I know her. The only thing that she just said, whatever, like, don't you fuck with no bitch without a rubber, and don't bring no fucking shit home to me, and don't get no bitch pregnant. And that one, she's in Portland right now. I go to see her. She sends for me 2 weeks out of every fucking month.
You're based in LA.
I'm based in LA. Got kids in New York. Got family in New Orleans and Texas. And my fiance is in Portland, Oregon. They don't work for me. But we have understanding. If I need, call them up. Yo, your boy's coming to town, whatever. I need you to pick me up at the airport. I need you to give me this room, what the fuck ever. Don't give a fuck about you. I just got married. The one that told me, I just heard about it this morning. One just told me, you know I'm married, right? I'm like, what? She said, no. And she said, POS. I was like, what the fuck is POS? A piece of shit. I'm like, oh, so when did you find out he was a piece of shit? He said, well, I found it out afterwards, but he's a piece of shit. I'm getting divorced right now. Are you engaged? I said, I'm not engaged, but I am engaged. I'm engaged to life. Why I say I'm engaged to life? Because he died. 2017, same day Prince died, I died. But for some fucking reason, God blessed me enough, I'm here now. And my whole world is my 4-year-old baby, my 4-year-old child, baby girl. And so, me, myself, I'm gonna take life to the fullest. Either you with me or you against me. I really don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get me. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna be satisfied with it. My fiance, love her to death. Brainiac, about to get a fucking PhD. But at the end of the day is, she know me and I know her. And the thing about it is, like, be careful what you wish for. I'm like, damn, I think I wish I had a fucking bitch that would be on my fucking team and like having sex anytime I wanna have sex, whatever. I got that now with her. Nigga, she look, I look, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, cool. She get up in the morning to go to work, we having sex. She take a shower, go to work. She rectified. Come back 2 hours later. Can I use some head? Okay. That happens. Come back 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, goddamn, dude, I never had so much sex in my fucking life. When I hit fucking 49, nigga, I'm having sex like I'm 16. That shit, that would have been cool back then, but it ain't cool now. My day don't persist with just fucking. And I'm like, and she's in her 40s, so I'm like, all right, I even told her, like, you know what? I think I know what it is. You in your prime. You 40 years old. You wanna have sex all the time. That's cool, whatever. But it ain't about that. She just a fucking nympho. And the whole thing about it is, I do not fuck bitches that are my associates. I fuck one chick that is my main girl. Other bitches that I know, I fuck them sexually. I'm there to tell them what they know, what they need to be told, to be comfortable. Yeah, you know, I'm there. I'm there for them. If I got it, if I'm anywhere around, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing.
Did you have role models as a kid that showed you how to do this?
Shit, my daddy did it. My daddy did it to my mama.
You grew up where?
In Louisiana. My daddy did it to my mama. My daddy had me, Irvin, Franklin, Wilbert, Sharon, Connie, Angela, Lisa, Nene. My daddy had 9 kids by his goddamn self. My daddy was a role model with that shit. My daddy did that shit. He didn't call it pimping, but yeah, nigga, you was pimping, nigga. You and my mama did y'all thing. Oh, let me add. I am the baby boy from my daddy, but my daddy has another son that's 2 months older than me, and then he has Nene and Lisa, my baby sisters after me. No, and Connie. So he done had, besides me, Connie, Lisa, and Nene. He had 3 girls after that. So he was pimping already, but it wasn't called pimping. He didn't call it pimping. But we know what it was because back in the day, they call it pimping. But to me, myself, that's a fucking disgusting ass word. So if you pimping, nigga, my mama is your hoe. Or my mama is your fucking chick. My mama ain't no hoe and my mama ain't got no chick. She just fell for your fucking game. What you played with her. She fell for that shit because with my daddy, he was fucking with my mama and got married on her and came back. So my daddy was running 2 households. My daddy was running his house with my stepbrothers and stepsisters and running my mama's house. You know? So I'm like, you know, but I was young, really didn't give a fuck about it, but I grew up around this shit because my uncles and all them motherfuckers, New Orleans, that's Pimp City, nigga, that's Chocolate City. Anything goes. Anything goes. As long as you don't bring it back to your house. Your wife can know you fucking around with somebody. Long as that bitch don't come knock on your door talking about she's pregnant or you need to get yourself checked, bitches didn't give a fuck. God forgive me. Females didn't give a fuck. Don't bring that shit home to me. Do what the fuck you want to do in the street, keep that shit in the street. Don't bring it home to me, because once you brought it to the house, that's when you have trouble. Because your wife is not gonna be your wife no more. Your wife is about to be your motherfucking bitter enemy.
So what's in it for you? What do you offer?
I offer protection, stability, caring, I'm there to listen. I'm not like these other niggas out here. That's why I'm saying, I'm violating even saying this shit. Because most motherfuckers, I'm pretty sure most motherfuckers that you done listen to and that you done interview, I'm hard, man, fuck a bitch, slap a bitch, this. Fuck all that. Only way I'm slapping a bitch is it's gotta be sexually. Being mad at the bitch and slapping the bitch, that ain't me. I don't call myself a pimp. To me, myself, those niggas that do shit like that to females are predators. And if you got to put your hand on fucking female, you're a man, they got that man. Because the whole thing about it, it's her body. It's her motherfucking body. So you trying to tell me you're gonna make her do something that she don't want to do? Nah. That's some predatory shit to me. That pimp shit, whatever, pimp and get the nigga, fuck that, chill. I don't even fuck about none of that. I am not a fucking pimp. I got bitches, yeah. Mad bitches. But the whole thing about it, my bitches ain't on the fucking street hoeing. Selling pussy.
How many girls you had working for you? With you?
Off the top of my head, my network, 12.
White girls, black girls?
White girls, black girls, Puerto Rican chicks. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though, I haven't fucked a black girl since 1993. Before all this other shit, this pimping and networking and all this, before all that shit, nigga, I'm a G from the street, ain't got that way. Military veteran. I caught all of my cases after the military. Prison, New York, upstate New York. In LA, I don't have no case. I get stopped by the fucking cop in LA, oh my God, whatever. What the fuck? You don't have no cases, you ain't on parole, you know. How did you do that? I'm like, it is what it is. I laugh at this shit because I'm not from here. But the whole thing about it is though, look up my name in New York. I'm a 4-time felon. I don't even supposed to be walking. And all my motherfuckers had come from drugs and guns. No prostitution, no beating up bitches, no domestic violence, and none of that shit. But the whole thing about it is, like I say, I'm a G from the jump. I was raised by women. So, what people like me to disrespect a fucking woman because she needs some money? Before I say, yo, go out there on Figueroa where I stayed in Denver Lanes, Blood Hood, Blood Gang, what the fuck ever. Before I tell you go out there and sell your pussy and sell your ass, I'm gonna give you some money. I'm gonna say, yo, you need to talk, we need to talk. Cause I think you got something that I think I can work with it and that you don't know what you got, but you're working with something that you don't know what you got. Let me explain it to you. And that's why I said I'm violating even saying that shit, because I don't know with your interviews what they come off saying, oh, this is, I'm big pimping, what the, fuck all that. No. You, oh, yes. I got a pimp hand. A pimp hand? My pimp hand is my motherfucking tongue, my mouthpiece. If I gotta put my hands on you, I don't need to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a woman. And I have respect for women. My mama been dead and gone over 9 years now. She's been dead. Just because of her. And because of my sister, what the fuck ever. Ain't no nigga gonna call my motherfucking sister, step-sister, even though she out there, you know, she be out there, you know, selling pussy with the, you call her to my face, nigga, you ready, you might well squat the fuck up. Yeah. So that's why I say that fucking pimping word to me, I'm not a pimp. I network. The women that I know, I have dealings with them. Not just cause, oh, I just meet them. Like I met two today. God damn, girl, a sister. I'm like, God, what the fuck? And my sister knew it. I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm like, man, why don't you come over to the 9? Come home. What you mean, come home? I said, I'm gonna be on Figueroa on the 9. I'll be over there all the time, whatever. I'm about to see what's up with that. Fucking her? Nah, I don't need to do that. Cause anytime I wanna fuck, even though Figueroa is a block away, straight hoes, anything you want. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, what the fuck, they got them all there. They got them all there. Even got niggas dressing up as bitches, what the fuck, they got them all there. The whole thing about it is, me myself, if I wanna fuck something, I call my girl up, yo baby, it's that time, I need to come home. She booked my fucking flight, I go to LAX, I'm in Portland, and I'm getting fucked down. I'm getting fucked down to a fucking point like, goddamn, it's time for me to leave because I done opened a can of goddamn worms. So, as far as pimping being said into these niggas talking about they pimping, no, nigga, you ain't pimping, you just going off some shit that was way back in the day. Because the year is 2020. That pimping shit to me, I was born in 1971. Been there, done that. Uncles, cousins, or what the fuck ever. Pimping? That's disrespect. You can't call that shit. Yeah, but the thing about it, you supposed to change as the year goes on. All these motherfuckers, in Chicago, over there by the fucking, the Hilton, where they do the fucking, the players ball and shit. Been there, done that. I'm like, God damn. Don't get me wrong, they some fly ass shit. They got their jewels on, big ass fucking ring. My ring is big enough. They got fucking rings that stand out like motherfucking like statues and shit. You know, gold, whatever. Look good as a motherfucker. Love it. But the whole thing about it, nigga, that shit done played the fuck out. That shit old school. Slapping bitches up. Making bitches do this and making bitches do that. Making the hoes do this. You know, but the whole thing about it is, 9 times out of 10, them motherfuckers fucking them to get their trust. And when they fucking them, it's like talking to them, trying to put in their head, trying to feed in their head, whatever, you my number one, this and that. But bitch, you ain't his number one. His number one is the same bitch that he done fucked before he fucked you, and she still that good. But that's the whole thing about it. That's a weak ass nigga. A nigga wanna show me something different? Talk to a bitch without fucking her. And not make her do what you want her to do, but talk her into doing some shit that's good for you and her. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not talking about her going out there selling her goddamn cookies. She can sell conversation. Because you do have those niggas out there that fuck with conversation. You don't have to fuck. They don't have to fuck.